Mindset is what separates the best from the rest. Let us start the day with a proper mindset, proper focus, and with the right attitude. My respect to our school's division superintendent streaming online, Dr. Edalberto Leones Oplinaria. To our assistant schools division superintendent, Dr. Rosemary Tolad Macesar. To our two chiefs of the functional divisions in our division of Lanao del Norte, our SGOD chief, Dr. Maria Carmela Tumpong Ablin, our OIC chief of the CID, Dr. Mary Arlene Carino Carbonera, to our administrative officer 5 of the division of Lanao del Norte, Sir Armando D. Paso, to our AO5, the head of the budget section, Ma'am Emily S. Padayhag, to our SGOD personnel, we have our Education Program Supervisor, Dr. Arlene D. Manginsay, together with the SGOD personnel, CID personnel, OSDS personnel. To our school administrators in attendance here in the hall, as well as our participants online, to the teachers, to the coordinators of the school-based feeding program. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, maayong buntag kanatong tanan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To start, may I request everybody to please stand for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, to be followed by an invocation and the singing of the Lanao del Norte hymn.
Gumagawa na rin ang sa
Here, you will connect me.
O, i-connect mo ginawa na ang tanong mo. Matulong lang.
Yeah, quite nice to see you.
Please be seated. To welcome us all in this orientation for the implementation of the 2019 School-Based Feeding Program Milk Feeding Component, here is our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent. Let's all welcome Dr. Rosemary Tolot Masetar.
Happy Thursday morning, all of us, especially to our guests here on Zoom. We have here Master, Galaxy Academia, the Regional Event Coordinator of the Philippine Carabao Center for Region 10. And of course, we have Mr. Cecilio Bele, the PCC Region 9 Center Director. And not to forget our very own, of course, we have our School Division Superintendent, Sir Adalberto L. Opinaria. And our two chiefs, we have the SDOA Chief, Maria Carmela P. Abril, and the OIC Chief of the CID, Ma'am Yami Arnie C. Carbonera, our section heads, especially the Health and Nutrition Unit of this division, school heads, kapamilya, kapuso, kapatid, in the DepEd Lanao del Norte, once again, a pleasant, happy, and blessed Thursday to all of us. Mag-listen kayo, mag-storya nga kompleto ang gadget. Can you imagine speaking with all this and face shields? So, we are not used to speaking, used to this too. Although we have been donning this for months now, but still, especially when we speak in front of a large crowd, it's short. But anyway, so I'm happy that we are gathered here for this orientation program flow of the 2019 School-Based Feeding Program, Milk Component Feeding. So you might wonder why we really called for this assembly, although some are joining us online, but we really gathered the people who matter most in this implementation of the school-based feeding program, milk component feeding, because we really want to make sure that this program will be successfully implemented. And with that also, we even invited the two VIPs who can give us this fresh milk supply. We have, as I said earlier, I have greeted them earlier, Mount and Sir the CEO. So this gathering really is very important, and I hope that you will give your full attention because We want that this program will still be successful, just like uh, in our previous school feeding programs in the past. But considering that we are having this pandemic and the implementation is different because we will be giving the milk and the rest of the things that we will give to our learners uh, in their respective homes or in drop-off points. That is why we're having this orientation. And I hope that since you will not take up much of your time, you will give your attention, including those who are joining us online. So I welcome you all to this orientation and thank you for coming and especially to our two VIP guests here and God bless us all.
Thank you so much. One more time, let's give a round of applause to our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Rosemary Solas Maceta. Again, joining our ASDS on the presidential table are our Center Director of the Philippine Carnival Center Region 9, Dr. Cecilio G. Velez, and of course the SSRS Milk Feeding Regional Focal Seabed Coordinator of Region 9, Ma'am Imelda Academia. Palakpakan naman dyan. So before we proceed, I'm gonna call the roll of participants for this orientation. So when I call your name, just raise your hand and be acknowledged. Our school administrator from Dinamon Central Elementary School, Ma'am Jasmine Maruhong. Good morning, ma'am. Our school administrator from Maria Cristina CES, Ma'am Jamila and Kampong. Good morning. From Balui CES, Ma'am Elisha U. Ali. Good morning, ma'am. From Matampay ES, Ma'am Anisa D. Sarik. Hi, ma'am. From Pantaw Ragat ES, Ma'am CP Hamina Mamasao. Hi, ma'am. From Pantar CES, Ma'am Anisa Palagaw, how do you pronounce it, ma'am? Palagawan. From Sultan Palau Ali CES, Ma'am Nor Amili A. Sangakala. Hi, ma'am. From Kauswagan CES, Ma'am Rosita Ensha. Good morning, ma'am. From Munay CES, Ma'am CPC Aragon. Good morning. From Puunat Yagapo CES, Ma'am Saima Samporna. Welcome, ma'am. From Bacolod ES, Ma'am Shigred Espinosa. Hi, Ma'am Shi. From Maigo CES, Ma'am Felda A. Cuevas. Complete with a gear. From Kulambugan CES, Ma'am Codisar. How do you- Sir Renato Codisar, sorry. From Banisilon CES, don't have a name here. Hello, ma'am. Good morning. And also, we have our nurses from the district nurses and division nurses. Please, kaway-kaway naman dyan. All right. So I think you're all set for our orientation. To give us an overview of the 2019 SBFP milk component feeding, let's all welcome our nurse 2, our division SBFP focal person, Ma'am Catherine Gay A. Putis.
A blessed morning to everyone, especially to our special guest, Dr. Sir Cecilio Velez, our PCC Region 9 Center Director, Mount Emelda Academia, our Region 9 PCC Carabao Center CBED Coordinator, of course our ASDS, our Chief of FGOD, Maricar T. Ablin, and to all our supervisors and nurses, and of course to the school heads present. I will be uh, I'll be discussing an overview regarding the 2019 SDFP Milk Feeding Component Program. Okay, so this program has been anchored from the DepEd Order number 36 series of 2019 titled Guidelines on the Implementation of SBFP Milk Feeding Program Component for school year 2019 to 2020. Fresh milk or sterilized milk shall be provided to all undernourished kindergarten to grade 6 who are also SDFT beneficiaries for hot meals for at least 20 feeding days. But this has been amended as per DepEd Order number 22 series of 2019 released last September 2020, last month lang. 2019 SBFT meal component beneficiaries will still be the same learners identified to the recipient for SBFT hot meals school year 2019 to 2020. And all kindergarten learners except those who were in grade 6 2019 that were promoted to grade 7 at the current year. So ang atong learner beneficiaries for the 2019 SBFT milk feeding component program will be kanang grade 1 to 5 sa 2019, kaya ang grade 6, grade 7 naman to. Ang katong outgoing na grade 6, atong gipulihan sa finger. Mo na siya atong beneficiary sa atong milk component program. Alright, so as defined by DO 36 series of 2019, fresh milk refers to the normal mammary secretion of one or more healthy dairy animals like cows, buffaloes, carabaos, or goats of local dairy farmers or farms that is free from cholesterol without adding or extracting anything to or from it, has undergone heat processing and intended for consumption as liquid milk or for further processing. Alright, for our drop-off points, we have identified 15 schools as drop-off points of kanang postal municipalities. Mani na negotiate with the PCC. We have Linamon Central Elementary School, Tuquiter, Linamon, Baloi East, Baloi West, Matunggaw, Pantaw Ragat, Pantar, and Taguluan. For Kauswagan Central Elementary School, we have Kauswagan, Munay, and Punang Yagapo. Bacolod Central Elementary School, Bacolod. Kani siya, dipili na mo siya nearest. Namatana ka sa itong mga nurses, kahay nearest nila. And then Kulambugan and Tangkal for Kulambugan Central Elementary School. Tubod Central Elementary School, Tubod West, and Magsaysay District. Malinaw Central Elementary School, Tubod East District. Baroy Central Elementary School for Baroy. Abaga Central ES for Lalasaw. Lanitaw CES for Lala North. Maranding CES, Lala Central and Salvador. Balili CES for Kapatagan East. Sixto Maghanay Central for Kapatagan West. Kapatagan Orchid for Kapatagan Central, Kapad and Lunungan, and SNDMIS for SND East, West, and SND Central. Thank you, and good morning.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Catherine J.A. Putis, our Division School-Based Feeding Program Coordinator. And now to discuss the fresh milk supply and delivery processes. Here is the Regional Seabed Coordinator of the Philippine Carabao Center of Region 9. Let's all welcome Ma'am Fe Imelda C. Academia.
Okay, so good day. Greetings from the Philippine Carabao Center. So akong pagtahod do, pagyukbo sa ato ang School Division Superintendent, then sa ato ang naabili karon si ESDS, ug sa uban pa nga mga staff sa DepEd Division of Lanao del Norte, then sa ato ang mga audience karon, mga principal sa different
districts or schools nga niya karon dinhino nga uban ka nato. So, ang Philippine Carabao Center, yes,
Sorry.
ang Philippine Carabao Center no, so mao ang ato ang partner agency para imuhang supplier sa milk. Supposedly, ang Division of Lanao del Norte is under, this is Region 10, so under CMU Bukidnon. But then, Region 9 caters your needs sa atoang milk supply. No, so nauban ako karon ng atoang center director para sa atoang operational MOA signing and PO. Hindi ka makaproceed without the signed MOA and PO. So once again, niya mi diri karon para mag-discuss kaninyo kung unsa ang gatas ug ang insaktong pagdumala niini. No? So ang important, unsa may important sa atong orientation karon? Gusto lang natong ipaabot nga milk and milk products have made significant contribution to our nutrition. Milk provides essential nutrients and is an important source of dietary energy, high-quality proteins, and fats. However, milk can be a vehicle for the transmission of pathogens and will cause disorder if not properly handled. That's why it is indispensable to provide this information to the concerned individuals on proper milk handling from drop-off to individual schools and to learners. So that's why importante kaayo ang atong orientation karon because of that some points nga akong gi-present. Next. So, ang gatas nga isupply sa milk feeding program usa ka pasteurized fresh milk nga gikan sa dairy buffalo nakapak sa 200 ml nga pakete. Gikan sa atong mga local farmers ang production. No, sa atong makita nga gikan siya sa atoang local farmers. Tungod kay party sa institutionalized nga balaod katong 11037 nga ang it is advantageous to use the local products, the local dairy products to boost also the livelihood of our farmer and also to help the nutrition among the populace. So, kining gatas giproduce sa atoang mga cooperatives or local producers nga mao ang nagproseso o mag-supply niini, then mao sila nahimong partner sa Philippine Carabao Center as our supplier or asa nato gikuha ang atoang local production sa milk. So ang atong proseso subay sa mga protocols, no? So miagi do na tay laboratory gitest ang atoang mga gatas aron makita kung kini wala ba'y problema in terms of microbial and nutrients analysis, no? So miagi ta og doon na tayo certificate of analysis ato ang product na i-provide ninyo. So, paghatag o comparison sa sustansya nga makuha sa gatas. Unsa man ang mga hayop nga traditionally nga naghatag yun og mga milk para sa ato ang human consumption. No? So, natay Carabao's milk, cow's milk, o goat's milk. No? So, muna siya ang comparison sa mga nutrients na posible natong makuha in terms of supply sa milk sa different kinds of animals nga naghatag og milk para sa atuang magamit sa human consumption. Ang preskong gatas, dali ra madaot kung dili insakto ang pagdumala niini. No? So, ang musunod nga mga slides, mao ang talamdan para malikayan nato ang pagkadaot sa gatas. Sa pagbiyahe sa gatas, gikan sa planta, padulong sa drop-off, dapat ma-maintain ang mabugnaon niini hangtod kini maabot sa mga bata o school learners. So ang mga pouches na nakapakiti nga gatas nakabutang kini sa coolers or sa styro boxes sa panahon sa pagpanghatod sa mga drop-off area. Kung dili frozen ang mga nakapakiti nga gatas, ikinahanglan butangan og ice ang mga sudlanan para ma-maintain ang kabugnawon 0 to 4 degrees centigrade ini aron dili kini madaot samtang naa sa biyahe. So unya nami sample na ay katong bidakon sa gatas 200 ml na atong i-supply. Then doon na pud mi sample para ninyo sa ato ang mga participants para makabalo mo ug unsa ang gatas nga atong i-feed sa ato ang mga school learners. So, ganina mauto ang atong mga kalamdan sa pag-transport sa gatas. Karon ang atong buhaton na pod unsa ang atong angayang himuon pag-abot sa delivery, no? So pag-abot sa delivery, inspeksyonon o susihon ang kalidad sa gatas. Diha na sa drop-off. Ang ang pagsuta sa sudlanan. Unsay gisudlan niini dayon kung dili limpyo ba, dili ba ko ba ang box dahil pag-agree, dili baho. No? Kapano naman ta unsay baho? Makanang bahog daot. No? Dayon susihon ang temperature sa gatas or ang yang condition. Kung kini naka-frozen ba o kaha bugnaw pa kaayo kanang chill. Makapil man pud tanong unsa nang bugnaw kaayo o kanang linguntag cold lang or chill. Dayon or medyo dapat naka-frozen pa ang gatas, napay ice ang atong pakete. Dayon magsugod na ta sa gitawag nato og sensory evaluation. So kita nga mga school feeding in charge or katong nasa drop-off nga may magdawat sa gatas, kinahanglan makabalo ta ani unsa ning sensory evaluation. Dayon tinipod kaning atong buhatong sensory evaluation ato pong i-relay ang information dito sa mga parents na mukuha sa gatas, no? So una, inyong subayon, inyong susihon kung mag-agree man mo, no? Katong mga mag-inspect, so abrihon nila ang gatas, abrihon nila ang pakete, dahil magkahuman, simhuton. So kung aslo, kung baho, meaning hindi siya maayo. Dayon, ang color niya dapat puti yun, no? Puti. Dili siya yellow, no? Puti. Dayon, dapat kung maliquify siya, maliquid na siya, wala siya yung mga bukol-bukol. Nga pa namurag lamp or nag-cordon siya ba, no? Dayon, kung ino pong tilawan, syempre, nami, no? Muna yung sensory evaluation. Gamit sa ato ang mga senses. Kay, dili naman mo gamit ang laboratory. Kaya wala na, masamot na o kadugay. No? Dili dawaton or i-reject ang gatas kung naay makitaan or makita na timailhan na dili na maayo. No? Katong istorya na ko kanina sa sensory evaluation, maunay mga inyong talamdanan, inyong guide. No? Ana siyang gatas na dili na maayo, pag ana ninyo nga mga bukol-bukol, pag simot na nanay aslong, then pagtilaw nga baho di ay panos, then pagtilaw aslong, so pait, so wala na siya maayo, no? Then dili na ninyo dawaton sa drop-off ang gatas, dili na dawaton. Dayon, ang gatas, kung naay damage sa iyang sudlanan, example kani, say, dili malikayan sa pag-package niya, pag-seal, di kayo ma-seal siguro, kasi kadali-dali na po, mag-leaking, so siyempre, mahurot, wala na sulod pag-abot sa kung ano, so magtulo-tulo, magpahipalo lang, kay ilisdan. Ilisdan ang damage, no? Nga gatas. Pero, dito na sa pag-abot na sa eskwelahan, sa drop-off, kung naka-frozen ni siya, maklaro man po, no? Kung mag-ngani o kani siya, o naka-ice pa, napay mga bukol-bukol, so kani siya ang kuan kanang pagdawat ninyo dapat nakaingani pa ang mga gatas. Human na mo og inspect, no? So nahuman na og inspect ang gatas. Ibalhin dayon nato sa freezer, sa drop-off kung dunay freezer or styro boxes nga adunay ice gikan sa pagdawat sa delivery. Kung naka-frozen, kanang ice pa kaayo para sa o nga nagani pa, pwede nga wala lang sa ice inyong mga box madalon sa mga teacher or sa drop-off ba. Pero kung naka-liquid na, gani liquid naman ni siya, dapat yun yung back-upan of ice. So, i-check po, kung na-freezer, balhinan sa freezer, i-check na functional ang freezer. So, kung na-freezer, gusto mo magdawat o gatas, labi nagbago pa inyong freezer, pandalon sa daan, no, bago butangan sa milk. Dayon kung mahimo, ang gatas, dili na to isagol sa gibutangan og isda. Tungod kay ang isda, ang iyang baho, so ang kanang mga pakiti nga gatas, kaning mga ingon-ari, dali na kayo siya mo-absorb og baho. Dayon, basin po, kanabitang na may mga pagkaon nga, pait-pait ba ka ha, so basin inagkit-kit sa bata, pait na, so basin napoy rason nga ang iyahang bisudlan, na siya kauban nga mga kanang makaapekto sa iyahang baho ba sa gatas. So, ang frozen nga gatas, kaningon ani, na may delivery nga kani siya medyo frozen lang. Gahi gyud frozen nga gatas, mudural og 3 days bisa naa sa styro boxes. Kita mo ng styro boxes ibabaw. So mo na siya styro. So kung naka-frozen ang gatas, kanang wala ice candy ba? No? Na naka-ice siya. Sample kani. Ibutang ninyo ni sa styro boxes. Styro, dayon ilak ninyo og packing tape. 3 days na dili siya gabi, dili siya lusaw, no? Pero pag abot og mga 2 days baka sa hapon, inyong abrihan ingon ani na, bakapan lang ninyo og daghang ice. Okay? So, next. Paghatag sa gatas ngadto sa mga bata. So inyong i-inform sa parents, no? Nga kung pwede, ang gatas ipa-liquid sa daan, ipaingani sa ba, no? Medyo ipatunaw sa or kaning ipatunaw sa before inom niya kay basin na mga bata na sensitive kaayo og bugnaw, so basin mao toy mahinungdan. Then isa pod nga inyong ipasabot sa parents nga before ipainom sa bata, ikuan sa ba, maghimo po siya sensory evaluation, no? Kanang iya kang abrihan, tilawan gamay, simuton gamay, para mabalaan kung napa siya diferensya. Dili ipalaklak o diretso sa bata ang nakapakiti nga kaning gatas. Dayon, sama sa ato ang guidelines, di ba 200 ml or isa ka plastic pouch kada bata kada adlaw. Pero sa karon na sitwasyon, dili na ta makaingon. Kay pagkuha sa parents sa ato ang gatas, labi na sa ato ang delivery karon nga 2 times in a week, posible nga kuhaon na daan sa mama ang tatulo ba ka pouch, 2 ba ka pouch. So di na ninyo ma-monitor no kung mainom ba gyud nga isa lang ka pack basta gihurot pod. Kauban pod sa mga ubang manghod, no? So, munana. Ang gatas, pwedeng inumon nga dili na sa pack, pwede kong ibalhin sa baso. Kung dunay mamatikdan ang mga parents sa kalainan sa gatas, dili na ipainom sa bata. Dili na gyud ipainom. Kay kasi mo pa'y mainom gano kung pagtanaw ba kay usahay, ang handling, kung dili sa drop-off, okay ra. Pag abot dito sa eskwelahan, okay ra. Ang parents nga nagkuha sa gatas, niadto pa sa daruhan, umasa pa siya ning adto, gisunod lang niya sa silupin ang iyang gatas, nabulag sa init, Kapag abot sa balay, ang bata ko, di uhaw, dahil di pa, diretso ko pa inom, so posibilidad nga naay mga disorder mahitabo. So mapasangindan dayon ang gatas, ang school. So kamo pod dapat before pag binuhaay pa lang sa gatas, i-aware na ang parents or i-inform na ang mga feeding bukals kung sa pakay in charge na magman sa gatas nga maghatag yun og information. Kay aron dili mabalik ba sa atoa. Kay both kami na ami liability na apod mo kay parihaman pa natay mga pangalan so pag hitabo ingon ana pauli na sa atoa no ang sitwasyon. Pero kung na-adjoy differential nga dikan din sa delivery, dikan din sa planta, mag-istorya lang kay ilisdan, no ilisdan. So, muli ang allergen information sa milk. Ang milk contains contains milk. So, doon na may mga bata or mga isang tao nga kanang dili makatolerate og milk. No, so kamo kahibalo ko na ana mo anay dihatag nga form to mangayo og mga parents consent o mga estado or sitwasyon sa bata kung makatolerate ba siya og milk. Pero na ako'y case nga ang mga bata nga dili kayo himinom og gatas, dili mahibal-an kung lactose intolerance ba siya. So dapat ang pagpa-feed ninyo sa gatas gamay-gamay lang sa dili diretso. So na reaction kaning mga fresh milk usahay kanang dili kayo himinom og gatas, magtingog-tingog ang tiyan. Pero normal na siya, no? Magtingog-tingog imong tiyan kay wala na anad, wala siya daghan nga mga kanang good bacteria nga mo process mo nang magtingog-tingog atong tiyan, magburag magdaguot, no? Pero normal reaction na siya. So, kini mao ni ang mga sudlanan nga inyong andamonon inikuha sa gatas, no? Kapalo na mo, unsa kadaghan na inyong mga beneficiary. Nakahibalo ba mo? Wala pa mo kahibalo? Unsa kadaghan na inyong beneficiaries? Naa, no? Kaya ang inyong listahan katong 2019 nga mga beneficiaries sa feeding. Sumapod ko inyong beneficiaries sa milk feeding. So, sa inyong pagkuha sa gatas, ready mo sa mga sudlanan na capacity rapod sa inyong beneficiary. Like, example, kanang pinakalas na picture, kuha na dito sa mga eskwelahan sa Zamboanga del Norte, na drop-off, pag-abot sa mga delivery. So, ang delivery, duha ka klase ang styro. Ang atong sudlanan, no? Pwede katong ice chest, nga katong styro boxes, or pwede cooler nga imon ani kaning cooler na plastic. Pero mas nindot ang styro boxes kay ang iyahang fitting bitaw mas kuan siya, mas mudural ug dugay ang iyahang kanang frozen kay compared sa styro boxes. No, so muna amo ang experience sa pag-feeding namo dito. So natay mga boxes, so naay box nga mo sunod siya og 150 ka pouches sa imong ani kadakon 200 ml, no? 200 ml man imong ani kadako ang ato ang ipa-feed sa ato ang mga school learners. So musunod og 150 ka pouches kanang box nga kanang nasa kinaubos o kanang kung 380 man na siya sa dito sa amoa, amot lang sa diri, no? Ma-imagine niyo ng motor nga kanang mamaligya og isda, kanang magsanglay og mga box sa both sides. So imong ana kadagko ang musulod og 150. Ang isa ka box ana, no? So ang inyong delivery is twice per week, then dunay designated drop-off. Katong i-mention ni Ma'am kanina, mag-drop-off ninyo. So I hope nakabalo mo kung asa mo pick up sa inyong gatas. Dayon pila, kadaghan na inyong beneficiary, unsa kadak-a ang inyong box nga sudlan. Kay dapat sa time na sa mag-deliver, ready na inyong mga boxes. Kay aron dili pod maproblema ang mag-deliver. Kung asa niya habwa ang gatas, no? Ka-inspeksyonon man na sa doon na tayo gitawag og authorized consignee. Tulo na siya kabuok na i-form ang DepEd. So I hope nga nangulikta na sila ana atong tawo nga mo sign sa form sa delivery receipt o sa inspection and acceptance form nga dalhon sa mag-deliver. So naay mo perma katong authorized na consignee nga naa sa drop-off. So ang iyang buhaton mo tong kaganina, i-sensory evaluation niya ang milk, dayon ihapon, i-transfer sa styro or kung naay freezer, then dapat ang mga beneficiary kung asa mo nabilong nga drop-off, nakahibalo mo unsa kadaghanan yung beneficiary, kwintahon ninyo ang delivery. So kung 2 times in a week ang delivery, so example, kung Monday and Wednesday, doon sa may buot ipasabot ana. Meaning, na if mag-deliver og twice lang in a week, example, kung Monday ang hinulog na first delivery, so ang iyang consumption is good for 3 days. So Monday to Wednesday. And then ang next na delivery is good for 2 days. So kung ang isa ka school or ang isa ka drop-off, ang iyahang beneficiary kana ka drop-off is 100. So kung Monday ang delivery, ang iyang andamong nga box is good for 300. No? So, at least, ato na siyang magkasinabot kay para dili maproblema pag time na sa delivery. So, in every drop-off, na ay mga school nga nabilong. So, in every school, ang sa school po, naapoy mga school nga na sila beneficiary nga gamay lang. No? So, ang mga school nga gagmay lang o beneficiary, example na ay school nga iyang beneficiary 30 na kabuok, sumadto siya sa drop-off, magdala siya box nga good for 30. Okay? Pag abot sa drop-off, kung ang inyong ang gatas dito naka-ice, ingon ani, okay lang. Dalhon, mag-ihap, sila kabuok, then actually, pag abot niyo dito sa drop-off, kay siyempre naman na ito inspect sa inyong mga inspector nga naka-assign dito. Dayon, kung yun ani, naka-frozen, okay lang. Pero pag naka-ingani na, naka-liquid, mag-palit mag-yod of ice or mag-provide of ice. Kung asa man nakita ninyo dalhon ang gatas para ma-maintain ang kabugnaon. So, mauni ang pahinumdom, no? Ang manindot na kalidad sa gatas, mamintinar, tubig sakto, ug luwas ang pagdumala niini, gikan sa planta, paingon didto, hangtod na sa muinom, sa tuang school learners. So, ang keyword lang ani, do not break the cold chain. Mauragid na, no? Mauragid na ato ang firming hinumduman sa pag-handle nato sa gatas. Do not break the cold chain. No? So, alam sa dugang mga detalye, doon na may ipanghatag ninyong mga basahon. So, pwede po doon itong refer, dayon karon po doon na may mga pangutana, ang budget o ang finance, basta na sila ay masagot sa inyong mga question. Then kami po, in terms sa supply, pwede ninyo magpangutana. Then, kung sa pag-iba ninyong concern, so naapod ato ang mga right persons nga pwede mo cater sa inyong mga questions. Thank you. Kining milk, ato ninyo kamhatag sa inyong mga karon, yung mga sample.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Fe, our regional Senate coordinator of the Philippine Carabao Center. We'll have the open forum later. So we'll proceed now to the 2019 SBFP Milk Component Funds Update and Management. To be presented by our head of the budget section of our division. Let's all welcome Ma'am Emily S. Padayhan.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ma'am.
Anong sa gatas?
Hello, happy morning everyone.
Good morning.
Hello, ma'am and sir, good morning. Our visitor from PCC. So I am tasked this morning to discuss to you the fund availment and management on milk feeding program 2019. So still we are, it is now 2020, but still we are implementing the 2019 budget. So saan ba galing yung 2019 budget natin ng milk feeding program? So this year received under SBST an allotment of 1 billion through the FY 2019 GAA for the milk feeding program, and which shall be downloaded to the school SDOs. So galing siya sa 2019 GAA. No? After that, DepEd Central Office prepare and release sub-allotment release order to SDO through the budget division. So ito yung natanggap natin, yung ito siya. Ito yung sub-arrow. So yan yung authority natin to request funds to the DBM and to implement the program, milk feeding program 2019. So as you have noticed sa sub-arrow natin, it was dated October something 2019. October 11, 2019, and was received by our office October 24, 2019. So next step is SDO shall request NCA from their respective regional DBMs soonest time possible upon receipt of the sub-arrow. This third step was not actually followed. The reason is that sub-arrow, we received a sub-arrow October 24, 2019. But sad to say, we were given a budget for the program, but the implementing guidelines was not released yet. So we don't have, and then doon sa sa guidelines natin, nakastipulate doon na dapat mayroong MOA. So hindi, yung kami sa part ng budget division sa division office, we could not request the funds not unless we are assured that there was a MOA, there should be a MOA, no, and the guidelines, meron din siyang guidelines. So the guidelines was released late December. That was December 13, 2019, the DepEd Order number 36. That was the reason that the program of milk feeding program 2019 was not implemented in a specific time frame. No, kaya late binigay ng Central Office yung budget natin. Next, please. The SDO is the focal person in coordination with the GOD chief, SDS, ESDS, EWG, shall prepare pertinent project documents such as the project proposal, the PPMT and APT and PR. So you are aware all of this, that every program starts with preparation of these documents. So even your MOE and any SLM program, so it always starts with the preparation of the all the piece. So this part was already prepared. No, ready, ano siya, accomplished na yan. After that, so makaano na yung sa procurement na tayo. Agency to agency procurement mode will be used. Then the SDO in accordance with the provisions of the framework and operating MOA transfers in favor to NDA or PCC. So sa case natin, PCC, then the funds to cover the purchase of the milk that were committed to be delivered by the latter and shall be particularly for earmarked for supply and delivery of milk and administration fee as indicated in the MOA. So, yung MOA natin was already prepared last September 23rd, 23rd this year, 2020, and it was already signed by the division side personnel. I have seen the MOA, but the copies which I have was wala pa yung sign ng part ng PCC. So only the Kuan division office side. The next please. Then PCC shall submit. So when the MOA was done, and then meron ng mga nag-deliver na start na ng delivery, PCC shall submit a monthly liquidation report to SDO. So I guess PCC is already aware of that. They're going to submit to SDO the delivery receipts, the certificate of inspection and acceptance, and the billing statement. So for the certificate of inspection and acceptance, are you the one who will prepare the IER, ma'am, or the school? So kayo na lang, tapos yung inspectorate team ng school is magperma na lang sila kung proper and okay yung mga product. So much better, ma'am, so kayo na lang gagawa din. So we will submit to us, the PCC will submit to the division office and the division reports with the following printed documents now. Then after that, SDO accounting sections shall submit monthly status of fund utilization of the SBFT milk feeding program to central office. So, and then a negative sub-arrow may be issued by the central office if there will be a request of withdrawal of allotment from the SDO submitted to the Office for Finance. Bakit, kung sakali hindi natin ma-implement tong project na ito, so, para mag-clear yung budget natin, yung Health and Nutrition Services will request to the budget division sa amin muna na hindi talaga kaya ma-implement. And then, we at the SDO budget will write to the central office na ipa-negate yung, ipa-withdraw yung allocated. But since we are already here now, and we are already, though it is late, but it's better late than never, no? So, hindi ito mangyayari na mag-issue na mag-request tayo for withdrawal of the allotment to the central office since we're already here implementing the program. Next please. A portion of milk feeding funds may be used by the SDOs to cover cost of meals, venue, supplies, and materials during the conduct of orientation of milk feeding program. So, mayroon tayong cost sa milk, venue is also charged to the SBFT milk feeding program funds. Distribution costs from the drop of coins to each school may charged against the milk feeding funds in the SDO, the SBFT excess funds if there's any, no, or school MOE funds. So kung kulang talaga yung funds ng SDO na ibigay sa inyo, yung sa distribution cost, pwede yung magamit yung MOE nyo if ever kulang siya. So, the discussions that I've shared to you is taken from Listed Order number 36 series 2019.
So this is the costing, no? So for the fresh milk, ito yung parang ABC. I don't know if it's still sa inyo, ma'am. Yung 18 pesos per beneficiary. So ganun pa rin. Okay. So yun yung ano sa MOA. Then transportation cost of 2 pesos per beneficiaries. Service fee of 2% of the fish milk cost. Am I right? Then reference, refrigerator. Refrigerator on amounting to 15,000. So we have allocated 15,000 cost of refrigerator. That is ABC, ha? So it's still under the procurement. So hindi siya yung pag-allocate lang. 15,000 for 110 schools. For 110 schools. Please take note. Not all schools will be given. So the 110 selected schools will be given refrigerators. Then colors, the allocated amount is 2,000. So 276 schools will be given. So 276 schools are not on beneficiary schools. Yes, 276 schools. Schools also given disposable head cover, no? Para safety with ang mga milks. Then surgical mask and face shield also. You will be given also disposable plastic gloves and alcohol and multivitamins. Alcohol and multivitamins. There are also funds that should be downloaded, that will be downloaded to the school. So the transportation peso per beneficiaries and the ICE cost, which is 300 pesos per school. So the duration of the this is in connection the ICE sa discussion ni Ma'am from PCC, which is legit kayo itong sa mga like akong nadungog ni Ma'am, katong mga cooler, mga kanang ice. So you are also given para dili na kayo problema sa school. You are also given budget. Then the duration of the program is 20 feeding days. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Inday. And to add some more of the guidelines for our SBFP milk component funds, let's so welcome the head of the accounting section, or accountant 3 of our division, Sir Tor Aurelio M. Ardon.
Hi, good morning. Good morning once again sa tanang participants, especially sa mga taga-PCC, mga good morning, sir. So, I will be discussing this morning,
I-restart the minutes.
provision sa implementing guidelines. But I will focus on the kanang sa school side. Now, as discussed earlier, the belt feeding fund, actually kay na naman tayo memorandum of agreement sa PCC. So, ang schools, ang buhatan lang sa schools kay inyo lang i-inspect kung unsay gi-deliver sa inyo So, but still, naatay portion sa fund na i-download sa school. So, I will focus on the provision, paragraph 1 and 2 of the fund availment and management. First, the SDO shall prioritize the transfer of funds to NEDA and or PCC to cover the supply and delivery as well as the service charges and assistance related to production, processing, packaging, delivery, and storage of fresh milk unsterilized, sourced from local dairy farmers. So, in simple words, natay, ginahimo nga memorandum of agreements between the DepEd, Lano del Norte, and the PCC, Region 9. So, mo lang to, pag-wait lang mo kung sa'yo i-deliver sa ila, but The accounting section will cater the fund transfer. So amo na nang ibutang dito no sa kung unsay naka-allotted budget under sa purchase order and the MOA will be automatically fund transfer to the PCC Region 9. And then on the second paragraph, the SDO downloaded milk funds of fiscal year 2019 good for 30 days, 30 feeding days. However, implementation is only for maximum of 20 days. So gilower siya mo lang natay extra nga budget no that will cover the operational expenses such as distribution cost, transportation expenses, conduct of orientation, coordination meetings, and monitoring activities, and also the procurement of ice, coolers, freezers, refrigerators for schools or design drop-off points. So mo na amo siyang gi-program kung unsay budget ang gihatag sa tua. So ang first among gikuha kung unsa tong budget for the fresh milks no, and then the service charges sa PCC, and then the extra portion of the fund mo nang or the remaining allocation mo nang amo na pud siyang gi-program. So mo nang natay budget for transportation expenses. So ang transportation expenses from the drop-off school no to the kanang kung unsay recipient school. So mo na natay provide na, and also for the delivery cost. So from school to the kanang from school kung asa pud to nga recipient students or pupil nga dito tagaan, so man na siya sa atong delivery, and also the procurement of ice. Kaya diba, importante mo na as discussed earlier, na dapat na agay ice to supplement no, if ever kung kuha na siya, ma-cool down ang katong frozen milk. Next. So these are the kanang funds no, nga among i-download sa inyo through Cash Advance. So mo ni ang inyong required na i-liquidate. So muna na, transportation cost, 5 pesos per beneficiary. The distribution cost, 4 pesos per beneficiary. And the procurement of ice, 100 pesos per school. And then, inyo lang na siyang i-multiply, no? Times the number of beneficiary and the number of days sa duration sa implementation sa milk feeding. Next. So these are the documentary requirements. So for example, transportation cost, required din mo no, first kay mag-prepare mo PR. Okay, mo maginay kuan, mo maginay requirements. Maghimo mo PR kay na may budget or funds no allocated para ana. That's a procurement document. And then next kay approved contract. So dapat na mo i-prepare na kasagaran na contract of service. Kabalo naman mo na sa school. And also the inspection and acceptance report, dapat mangayo mo copy to support the cost of transportation, and also the delivery receipt. Distribution and transportation, same lang na siya. But I will add no additional documentary requirements sa kanang distribution. Kay more on sa kuan mo din na ihatag sa family, di ba? I-update lang tamo later through sa inyong senior bookkeeper kung sa akong additional documents na supporting documents no anang distribution cost. Kaya dapat ma-provide yun nato no nga mo sign ang katong family nga natagaan. But still, medyo inanag yun ang kuhan ang atong documentary requirements as provided by COA Circular Number 2012-01. And also the procurement of ice, mapuli na invoices, receipts evidencing the disbursement, and also the inspection report no and purchase request. So I think that's all na sa akong presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Tor. That's our accountant 3 of our division, Sir Tor Aurelio and Ardon. And now we will be oriented with the food safety and health protocols. Let's all welcome our nurse 2 from the school health section, Sir Dryden Clee A. Samaniego.
Hello, once again, good morning. No? So my topic for this morning is about food safety standard and health protocol. Okay, so we all know that nutrition is very important part of human life. No, that's why we have this kind of program to provide good nutrition sa atong mga bata. However, if the food nga atong i-serve sa ila is it properly prepared or mishandled, it will lead to problems such as illnesses, no? That's why every year, sa orientation sa atong feeding program, we always include food safety standard to remind the school on adherence sa food safety practice, no? Para dili ta magka-problema sa implementation sa atong program. Despite sa atong situation karon na nata sa COVID-19 pandemic, walay na utro sa atong food safety standard, no? Naalay mga additional measures na gibutang to ensure and to protect the food handlers or food deliverers. So let's start by the minimum health standards, mga pinaka-importante, no? To reduce contact. First is physical distancing of 1 meter apart at all times, with back, front, and side. Then, no touching of eyes and nose and mouth. Avoid touching surface frequently touched by others. Reduce movement within rooms and across all areas inside the classroom. Restrict mass gathering like class ceremonial other congregation beyond in numbers. Okay? So, kani siya, ma-apply nato siya during po sa pag-implement nato sa ato ang feeding program. According to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, no, there are no reports on records that COVID-19 can be transmitted through food, services, or food packaging. This is good news, no? However, this doesn't mean we do not need to highlight the usual food safety and hygiene practices, especially during food delivery. According to Glenn Jaime de la Cruz, no, Vice President of Program Development and Food Inspection Services, the Food Safety and Hygiene Academy of the Philippines. Next, sir. So, these are the initial questions, no? What is food illness? So, before kung nasagutan, ano na may food safety standard, no? Ang reason na create ng food safety standard to ensure that food is safe na kanang atong deserve and to protect human from foodborne illnesses. So, sa maning foodborne illnesses, this is commonly known, no, sa yung layman's term as food poisoning, no, caused by eating food that is contaminated by bacteria or other harmful substance. How does food become hazardous, no? Food become hazardous if it's contaminated, no, or unintended presence of harmful substance or microorganism in food. Food can become contaminated from three kinds, no? First, from chemical hazards, no? Kani siya caused by misuse or spillage of kanang chemicals sa atong pagkaon. May mga accidental na nasakol na mga chemicals na dili siya part sa ingredients. Then, physical hazards. These are objects, no, that could cause injury. Example niya, kanang mga particles like mga stones, mga broken glasses, no? So, naapoy from humans kanang mga kuko na or kanang buhok, no? These are physical hazards. Then the third one is biological hazards caused by the growth of microorganisms such as bacteria, viruses, and others. So what is cross-contamination? Cross-contamination is the transportation of harmful substance to food. It might be through food to food, equipment to food, or people to food. So, mahimong makontaminate ang pagkaon, isa sa pamagi kaning gitawag food to food, no? Usually nahitabo ni kung ga-prepare ka sa pagkaon atong dili naga-segregate sa raw na ingredients o ang cook nga ingredients. So, pwede ang katong cook, ready to eat na ingredients, makontaminate siya sa raw nga ingredients. Equipment to food. Best example ani kanang dili kay sa particular sa cleanliness sa atong mga utensils, no? Like sa atong knife, sa mga chopping board o sa atong mga containers. So pwede niya makontaminate ato ang pagkaon. People to food. People to food, may kabuni siya kung ang food handlers or server dili siya particular sa hygiene. So pwede siya mismo ang makakontaminate sa pagkaon. So these are the factors, no, that encourage foodborne pathogens, no. Una, food. So bacteria magkinahanglan sila og food or nutrients para sila mo grow. Acidity, time, temperature, oxygen, and moisture. So as acidity, kinahanglan po ng environment nila medyo alkalinic, no? Medyo taas-taas ang pH level para favorable sa bacterial growth. Time. So kung ang tagaan na itong taas na oras, before natin kung sumapagkaon, so there is not enough time para mo daghan ang bacteria. Temperature. So kinahanglan po ng bacteria o wato nga temperature para mudaghan sila. Around 40 degrees, favorable kay na sa ilaang temperature. Oxygen and moisture. So like nutrients, kinahanglan ang bacteria o water. So kung moist ang environment, mas paspas mudaghan ang bacteria. How can I handle food safely? No? Bacteria like Staphylococci are found in air, skin, mouth, nose, and the throat of healthy people. Accordingly, nearly 50% of healthy food handlers carry disease agents that can be transmitted to food. The most important tool to prevent foodborne illness is good personal hygiene. Good personal hygiene includes proper bathing, clean hat, hair restraint, na reason, no, na during sa ako ang monitoring sa itong mga health personnel, ginatanaw din nila ang mga food handlers kung naaba sila hair restraint, no, kung naka-apron ba sila, no. Clean clothes, remove jewelry. So dili na to yalaw atong food handlers na mag-prepare mo kaon, na daghan siya ng isuot na jewelry, kaya pwede na siya mahimong kanang source sa contamination, no. Avoid unsanitary habits or actions, no. Ato pong observe atong mga food handlers kung naaba siya yung mga actions na kanang unsanitary, like kanang always nga magunit sa different parts sa iyang body, dayon muhikam sa pagkaon. So ato na sila i-refrain anang mga actions, no. Hand washing, tanawon ko nato kung regular o frequently pagid siya gahugas sa iyang kamot, kay basig maghugas na siya pag start sa pag-prepare, dayon pagkahuman na po o prepare. So dapat frequent yun ang paghugas sa kamot pag mag-prepare ang pagkaon. Clean nails, then avoid nail polish. So dili yun pwede na nail polish ang mag-prepare sa pagkaon. Use proper gloves kung kinahanglan kamuton, na naman tayo mga food gloves karon, no? So ato silang di-encourage na magamit og food gloves. Maintain good health, report wounds and illnesses. Always wash hands, no? So kinahanglan maghugas gyud permi o kamot ang mag-prepare sa pagkaon or maghandle sa pagkaon, no? Isa yun siya sa pinaka-importante. After using the bathroom, kinahanglan maghugas kamot. After coughing, sneezing, smoking, eating, and drinking. After bashing a table, pag humagpangipos. Before putting on gloves. After handling animals. When switching between raw and ready to eat food. So, mao ni katong ganina, no? Katong kanang person to food na contamination. So, kung di ka nagunit sa raw nga ingredients, then mo transfer ka o ka ng ready to eat, kinala maghugas ka kamot, pwede mo ma-contaminate to, kay basi makuha sa imong kamot ang mga residue gikan sa raw nga ingredients. After handling garbage or trash, after handling dirty equipment or utensils, and during food preparation. Sumawa niya ang procedure sa proper hand washing. Hindi naman ibago sa inyo kaya mao din siya ang gina-promote, pero may gina-remind sa ato ang Department of Health as pinakaroon nga naata sa COVID pandemic. Okay? So with your hands with running water. So kinahanglan running water good. Dili pwedeng ang water na sa container kay kung dira ka manghinaw, then after dira ka manghinaw-naw, so gabalik ra ang tubaw. Apply soap, vigorously scrub hands and arms for 10 to 15 seconds. Rinse thoroughly under running water. Running water gihapon. Dry hands and arms with single-use paper towel or air hand dryer. So, mao na nga sa classroom, no, wala na nang gi-allow ng mga towel nga magbitay kay single use ra gyud siya karon or air dry. Gingari siya nato mga bata nga air dry. Pasagda na nato, i-shake na to gamay, pasagda na to mauga ang atong kamot. Cover cups, wands, and swords. No? So kung ato ang mga food handlers, na-observe nato nga naa sila sa mud or na ay mga source o nuka-nuka sa ilang kamot, so i-restrict nato sila sa participate sa pag-prepare o pag-serve sa pagkaon. No, kaya this can be a source of bacteria. No, kung masamad man accidentally, cover affected area with a bandage, then pagamito nato siya o gloves. Way to exclude the food handlers. So, kanasama nato i-exclude ang food handlers, no, from preparing or from serving food, no. Workers serving the general population have one or more of the following symptoms. Okay? So, food handlers or server, the vomit, nasa symptoms of vomiting, diarrhea, or jaundice. Kung ang iyang appearance is bluish. Okay? Or has been diagnosed with Salmonella typhi, Shigella, Shigatoxin producing E. coli, hepatitis, or norovirus. Workers serving highly susceptible population or have a sore throat and fever. Especially kanino kay mao man siya sa karon sa ato ang health protocol nga kung ang personnel nagka-complain of sore throat or fever dili ginato siya kanang ipa-participate. Okay? Other policies during food preparation or serving. Okay? So never smoke. Di natin allow atong food handlers or server na mag-smoke. Mag-chew ka ng chewing gum or magkaon while serve sa pagkaon. Essential equipment for delivery personnel. So na-discuss man ito ganila, no? Ay mga nag-procure ang division ng mga PPEs para sa mga food deliverers. So, mga sila ihatag sa schools, no? Consist of sanitary masks, disposable head covers, face shields, foot gloves, 70% alcohol, and multivitamins. So, na-discuss na siya ganina ni Ma'am Inday. Okay? Para maprotektahan ko nato ang atong mga food deliverers o food handlers. Naabot tayo mga coolers nga gi-purchase, no, para ma-ensure nato nga naagid sa sakto nga temperature ang ato ang food commodities. Okay? Disinfectant or sanitizer that is safe to use for cleaning isolated thermobag. So, kada kung ato ang gigamit nga mga containers, ato ko na silang disinfect, no? Siguro pag abot sa field, ato lang kung instruct na dili lang nato isolira ba kay pag abot ibutang sa yuta, no? So, ino lang nato ato mga deliverers nga pag abot dito sa area, ayaw lang po ibutang sa yuta. Lagi kay patong din siya, no? Para video ato mga containers. There are also extra safety measures that can be applied specifically during this time, including maintaining at least a meter apart from other personnel. So, distancing, no? Train delivery personnel on cleanliness and sanitation procedures and hygienic practice, as well as provide them with proper delivery and safety equipment. So, naman tayo, no? Provided. So, mauni siya ang food flow. Mauni siya dapat, no? Ang process. Mag-start sa purchasing, storing, preparing, cooking, holding, and serving. Pero diri sa purchasing, nanin siya sa division level. So, ang inyong responsibility, nanin diri sa storing, preparing, wala naman tayo cooking on, kaya meron man ang atong commodities, dito rin na mo diretso sa serving or sa delivery. Delivery and inspection. So, mostly, na-mention na po niya ganina sa atong bisita, no? Pero ako lang i-reiterate yapon kaya ang responsibility na ba na dito sa new app. Okay? So, So the mode, schedule, and other specification of delivery shall be determined by the division office and the supplier in consideration the local condition to be specified by the PO, SDO, and local daily supplier shall agree on 1 to 2 drop-off points per school district for the deliveries. So identified naman ang mga drop-off points. Delivery milk shall be from 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. at least twice a week at a designated drop-off point. So na natin designated drop-off point. No delivery shall be made during holiday and weekends. For sterilized milk supply shall be delivered on a monthly basis. So dito na yata, fresh milk na ito, ano? Upon delivery, kaya siya, the inspection team, okay, so ang school na, pag-designated siya inspection team, no? Or SDO, sa SDO, ang monitoring na to, ang atong mga school nurses, no? Depending on the drop-off point, shall inspect the goods and ensure that they are in good quality. At least 2 members of the school inspection team shall sign the inspection and acceptance report as proof that they have received the specified quantity and quality of milk, while the authorized consignee shall sign the acceptance portion of the IAR. The school inspection team shall do random inspection of the milk packs every delivery. As to the quantity, no, which is 200 ml, and quality of milk. All milk packs to be delivered must be clean, without leaks, wala buslot, and not spoiled. No, dili daot. Some sign of spoilage are as follows: bulging pack. No, kung burok na kayo ang pack, pasabot ana niya, spoiled na siya. Kay nanay bacterial growth ana na-produce na o gas ang bacteria. Yellowish in color if the milk has no flavor. Curdled or with lumps. Kung naabas siya itong ni Ma'am Galina, naabas siya mga bukol-bukol. Spoiled na siya. Text texture, slimy, or with chunks. The school inspection team shall reject the milk packs that are unclean, with leaks and spoiled, subject to replacement by the supplier. Local suppliers shall inform the school drop-off points of the delivery schedule. Local dairy suppliers shall observe the minimum health standard to prevent the spread and mitigate COVID-19. So, mga gyapon to, no? Maintain ang social distancing, no? Then, dapat naka-PPEs, no? There is a required na kita, kailangan tayo provincial ordinance na magsuot kita o mask. So, required yapon nato ang mga supplier na mag-comply kudya sa ato ang ordinance sa ato ang probinsya na magsuot o mask. SDO may arrange the delivery of milk from drop-off point to the schools. Or that this, the recipient school may pick up their milk supply from drop-off points. It is the responsibility of the recipient school to ensure that their milk supply is picked up during the exact time of delivery or within an hour at most to preserve the quality of fresh milk of the milk. So, inyong ang responsibilidad, no? So, after delivery, store ang milk dito sa inyong school. So, mauna nga na i-provide na mga ref sa mga identified schools, no? So, sa storing, butangan yun natong label kung sa pagkaon dito, no? So, milk, atong butangan dito, ang nakastore dito is milk or gatas. Dahil ni-apply nato ang principle nga FIFO. Ito man yung FIFO, first in, first out. No? So, kung sa'yo unang deliveries, na-receive nato nga deliveries, mga po yung una nato nga i-distribute. Okay? So, ato po gina-check ang expiration dates, no? Kaya base niya na malibanta. Okay? Store food in designated storage areas. So, ang designated storage areas nato, kung asa na dito atong ref, keep all storage areas clean and dry. No? So, kinahanglan ng atong ref, limpyo, and wala siya mga leftovers na pagkaon na nasabol. No? Kaya intended ulit siya para sa storage sa gatas. Okay? So, milk product, no? According to studies, no? If an open container is refrigerated, no? Kanyang milk should be good 7 to 10 days past the printed date. The best place to store milk is the top or the middle shelf of the fridge, not in the door when open. All kinds of milk should be kept in fridge in at least 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius. Mo na temperature na best para sa storage sa gatas, no? So how long can you keep dairy products out from the fridge? So pila man ka oras pwede na itong magawas ang allowable time na pwede magawas ang dairy products, no? In general, perishable foods like milk should not sit out of the refrigerator or cooler for longer than 2 hours. So maximum of 2 hours din siya. Cut the time down of an hour. In the summer, the temperature reaches 90 degrees. After that time frame, bacteria can start to grow, no? Especially kung dili na siya ice, kung dili na siya bugnaw. So, digawas mo siya sa ref or sa cooler, dapat maximum of 2 hours again. After that, mo start na ang bacterial growth, no? What is 4 hours, 2 hours rule? Studies show that food can be safely healed out of temperature control for a short period of time without significant increase the risk of food poisoning. However, the total time temperature danger zone must not be longer than 4 hours. Pero sa milk, 2 hours bata. Okay? Now, sa distribution, kung sa may tabo, no? Without physical classes, schools shall strategize scheme to deliver the milk packs to the beneficiaries in their homes. Okay, kamo na yung mag-deliver ani sa balay-balay na maabot ang ato ang food commodities sa atong mga learners. Parents can pick up the milk on designated days and time. School personnel may opt to distribute the milk from the school to the homes of the beneficiaries by contracting local utility vehicle in the community with reasonable cost. Naman to'y di-allot po nga ito, nga 2 pesos para sa transportation. School personnel may coordinate with partners such as barangay or non-government organizations to distribute the milk packs from the school to the homes of the beneficiaries. So, pwede ko mo link sa ato ang mga partners, no, sa community para assistance sa pag-distribute sa ato ang food commodity. So, naagi mga gatas nga kanang madaot, no, especially kung na-mishandle nato, no, kung dili sakto ang ato ang stock store. So, unsa may mga sinyalis, no, nga ang gatas spoil na sa or daot na siya, no? So, na-discuss na po ito kanina, ako lang ibalik, no? When milk began to spoil, it develops an unpleasant odor, unpleasant rancid odor. The scent is hard to miss and gets stronger with time. The taste also began to change as the natural sweetness of fresh milk is quickly replaced by somewhat acidic or sour flavor. So, na siya taste kung ma-spoil na ang gatas. What happened when we consume spoiled milk? So, sa may tabo, kung atong learners, makainom sila of spoiled milk. A small sip of spoiled milk is unlikely to cause symptoms beyond a bad taste. So kung gamay rin yung kayo yung nasuktok or nainom, most likely wala siya bation. However, drinking large amount of spoiled milk can cause stomach distress, resulting in abdominal cramp, vomiting, and diarrhea, or like a foodborne illness. In most cases, symptoms caused by drinking spoiled milk resolve within 12 to 24 hours. So, nawala na siya, no? Kana pong like complication. Pero di na nato paabuton nga maabot pa na sa ma-experience na sa atong mga bata para na-rason na na-issue ang community against ato ang program. Adverse effect of milk to some beneficiaries may be experienced, such as signs and symptoms of gastroenteritis, stomach discomfort, and lactose intolerance. In such cases, it is advised that the drinking of milk be stopped and the beneficiary be referred by the parents, guardians to the local health unit or center for proper evaluation and management. The beneficiary may stop drinking the milk until such time it is recommended by the health personnel to drink small amount or quantity. Close coordination with health personnel and health center is necessary during the conduct of milk feeding. So kung naay mga complaint, no, sa ato ang mga beneficiaries, no, like naka-experience sila ng mga gastroenteritis, no, or foodborne like illnesses. So ato silang i-refer sa ato ang nearest rural health center, no, para ma-evaluate sila og sakto kung related ba tong ilang debate sa atong distribution sa milk. Okay, so pwede kung mag-isol ko, contact sa inyong rural health unit, pwede po mumutap sa inyong mga nurses, no? Kaya pwede po sila mag-conduct ng ilang assessment, no? Pwede po sila mo refer sa bata dito sa rural health units. Lactose intolerance, no? Now, naay mga bata na dili ka tolerate of milk, no? Ang tawagan niya lactose intolerance. The inability to break down a type of natural gas called lactose, commonly found in dairy products such as milk and yogurt. You become lactose intolerant when your small intestine stops making enough of the enzymes lactose to digest and break down the lactose. So, kaning lactose intolerance, pwedeng before, wala ka maka-experience ani, then suddenly, karon nag-inom ka gatas, pwede mo ni siya ma-experience. Depende ni siya sa imong lawas, sa imong stomach, kung kaya ba niyang i-digest ang lactose. Lactose intolerance can start suddenly, no? Even if you never had trouble with dairy products before. Symptoms usually start half an hour or 2 hours after eating or drinking something with lactose. Symptoms are diarrhea, nausea, and sometimes vomiting, no? Stomach cramps and bloating. Kanang medyo murag bukban ang tiyan. Okay? So before kumain, no, ako lang i-share ang kaning simple experiment. This experiment was conducted by a science teacher, no? So ngayon gigamit ani kay kaning mga bread, no? Fresh from oven. So ideally, ang bread nga giog ka ng cooking process, limpyo din na siya, free from microorganisms, no? So nikuha siya isa ka slice sa bread, iyang gitrapo sa keyboard sa computer, dahil iyang gi-keep. Dayon, another slice, freshly, inkuha siya, no, dayon, kanang, through fresh and untouched, so, pero hindi mo matouch, no, ito ang pakuha. Ang gibuhat niyan, ikuha siya of sterile nga forceps, no, para dili ma-contaminate ang slice na bread. Dayon, another bread, ikuha siya, using her hands, no, without washing. So, hugaw yung kamot sa pag-pick up niya sa bread. Then, ang ikaupat na bread, ikuha siya using her hands, pero before niya ikuha, nanghugas siya o maayo. Then, ang ikalima, ikuha siya sa bread using her hands, pero before siya ikuha, nag-sanitize siya sa iyang kamot. Then after a few days, mo na siya yung result, no? So the first bread, katong gitarako niya sa keyboard, so ang appearance niya pwedeng daghanang molds, no? So daghan kayo ang bacterial growth. While ang katong bread nga freshly or untouched, wala gyud sign of bacterial growth. Then ang katong bread nga gigunita niya without washing her hands, so say naagya ko bacterial growth, no? Ijobay-ubay. Then ang ikaupat nga bread nga iyang gigunitan before naghugas siya og kamot, so wala ko makita nga bacterial growth, while ang katong bread nga gigunitan niya nga gasanitize siya before gigunit, naagya ko kanang bacterial growth. So unsa may gi-prove ani nga experiment. So irreplaceable yun ang paghugas sa kamot, no? So kung manghugas ka kamot, chances are wala yung cross contamination na may kabot. So thank you kayo, and once again, good morning.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Jordan, for discussing to us the safe handling practices so that we can minimize risk of food contamination, especially in our milk products. Thank you. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, will be the Memorandum of Agreement signing for our 2019 SDFP milk component milk supply with our Center Director of the Philippine Carabao Center Region 9, Dr. Cecilia G. Villas, Ma'am Fe Imelda C. Academia, and may I request our ASDS, Ma'am Rosemary Tolod Macesar, to represent our Schools Division Superintendent in the signing of the Memorandum of Agreement. And also a witness from the Department of Education, Division of Lanao del Norte. May I request also Sir Thor Aurelio M. Ardon, our Accountant 3, as a witness in our MOA signing. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we will now be witnessing the Memorandum of Agreement signing between PCC Region 9 and DepEd Lanao del Norte Division with our ASDS Dr. Rosemary Tolod Macesar, representing our School Division Superintendent. And also we have here our Education Program Supervisor, Dr. Arlene B. Manginsay, and with everyone present witnessing this Memorandum of Agreement signing. How about a big round of applause, please? We also have with our SGOD Chief, Dr. Maria Carmela T. Ablin, to witness the Memorandum of Agreement signing. All right, so may I request our nurses to kindly distribute the milk samples to our participants, to our school administrators in attendance. Thank you to Philippine Carabao Center for bringing to us some samples of our milk products. Distribute lang sa ilahan. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The MOA has been signed between PCC Region 9 and DepEd Lanao del Norte Division. One more time, tagana to sa masipang pagpat ang tanan para sa ito ang MOA signing. Now we will award this certificate of recognition to our resource speakers and facilitator. May I request our ASDS, SGOD Chief, Sir Thor, our Accountant 3, and Ma'am Inday to please be in front. And may I read the citation of this certificate of recognition? Department of Education, Region 10, Schools Division of Lanao del Norte. Certificate of recognition is hereby awarded to Ma'am Fe Imelda C. Academia for being a resource speaker during the orientation for the implementation of the 2019 school-based feeding program milk component held on October 22, 2020 at the Department of Education, Lanao del Norte Division Office, Tubud, Lanao del Norte, given this 22nd day of October 2020. Signed, Sir Edilberto L. Oplinaria, CESO 5. Pakpak na po mga igsuon. Nalingaw na o inom sa milk. Is it good? Yes. Okay. Approve. Dili daw ma-approve si ASDS kay wala may sample. Ay kabala ka ma'am, we're not live anymore. Thank certificate of recognition to our speaker, Sir Thor Aurelio M. Ardon. Certificate of recognition with the same citation to our speaker, Ma'am Emily S. Padayhag. And to our facilitator of this orientation, the Chief of SGOD, Dr. Maria Carmela T. Ablin. Okay, congratulations everyone, thank you. We'll present the certificate of appreciation to Dr. Villas this afternoon. Okay, so we're now down to our open forum. before we'll have our closing remarks, open forum muna tayo kasi may mga katanungan yung mga administrators. So, first up, we would like to ask the first question, Ma'am Rose Ensha. Please come here, and then our speakers are ready to answer your query.
Okay, good morning to our respected guests, my co-administrators. I actually wrote 3 questions. Okay lang ba? Okay lang, okay. First, my first question is, it was discussed by our visitor that we will have a temperature check sa niyok na moabot, no? What we have in our school is only clinical thermometer and the scanner, thermal scanner. So, are we provided with the, what's that, what kind of temperature is that, what kind of thermometer is that, used for the food? No, different pa siguro mga clinical na thermometer. Yeah.
Actually, ma'am, sensory lang ta. Kanang, kabalo mo unsay bugnaw sa ice, kana lang, wala na ta makuan nga, kana bitaw, magamit patag mga temperature nga, kanang gadget kay, dali raman kayo, pag na-ice, pag di ka mo nga, kung ka bugnaw sa ice, mauna na. Basta dili na mo, diyan din sa itong giinanit sa itong cold, di ba, ma-cool down ka na niyang kwan. Nga po lang, maintain lang sa ice temperature.
Thank you, ma'am. My second question, ma'am. Ang ako is drop off point. But my question is for the schools that will be catering. Provided po sila ma'am of styro? Yeah? Okay. Yes, thank you very much. Then, dili na ang school magpalit. Ang nanay magkuhan. Okay, sige. That's good. Thank you very much. Then the last one is, ang i-discuss man ganiha nga kung mas spoil sa delivery, ilisan. How about kung my parents nga mo at ma'am, panos man, it will be reclaimed. Kung panagitan na hatag na namo ba, dahil uli sa mama, na-open na.
Kailangan yung cases. Ako na lang siguro case to case. I-evaluate na lang. Anyway, nakalantay mga nurse. Siguro, gamay na po nakabutang. Kung ato lang siyang ipadako. Kung hindi din siya ingon nga, kung tinaghanang 1,000 ang iuli, okay ra, ilisan lang yun. Kung maklaro po nga, pag-check ba, pag-evaluate ng parents, wala sa aming atong daruhan, wala yung diretso siya sa balay, pagpaabot, pagpainom, yung nana. No? Ibalik lang sa nato. Okay naman na, hindi na siya dako kayong butang. O, isulti lang yung video dito sa mga parents. So,
i-orient sa inyo ang beneficiaries. Kaya ang mama basig nangumpras kagayan, gihapit ang gatas, ilalas kagayan, gabi na mo abot. So, we need to say, pagkuha niya sa inyong mga kamot, manang klaro kayo niya nga okay ang gatas. Kung asa naman nang galit hindi mo dalon, murang dili na namo problema. As much as possible, ipainom na rin dito sa imong anak before going to Cagayan de Oro. Lagi.
Okay, any clarification or question coming from the group? Wala na? Klaro na ang tanan? Okay. So, since everything is clear, thank you so much to our speakers and thank you to our participants. Let's now have the closing remarks to be given by our Education Program Supervisor of SGOD, handling PPAs, which we have together for Dr. Arlene D. Manginsay.
Thank you so much, Sir John. Good day to everyone. Good day. In this time where pandemic has forced an unprecedented national shutdown and its effects match our educational system. But it does not means that learnings and programs implementation will stop. Education must go on. As our Honorable DepEd Secretary, Leonor Magpolis Briones, emphasized this mantra of the Department of Education. This school-based reading program is one of the essential activities which can help augment the learnings of our learners. And we are glad that our department spare some funds for this program. So on behalf of our School Governance and Operation Division Chief, Dr. Maria Carmela P. Abdi,